It's Chelsa Messenger with Picks and Parlays. We're talking hockey, headed to Columbus for the Blue Jackets are hosting the Predators. It's President's Day week, which means we've got a nice little code for 20% off the entire site of picksandparlays.net. Use the code USA. Columbus home favorites here, minus 120 on the money line. Total of 5.5 goals. We've got Dan Kaiser joining us to break this one all down for us. Dan, who do you like, or what's the play here?
In this game between these two teams, I love the over in this one. The last 6 times these two teams have played, they put up at least 6 goals in 5 of those games. And actually, in those 6 games, they averaged 6.6 goals a game. 5 of the last 7 road games for Nashville has played to an average of 7.8 goals a game. The Blue Jackets have gone over the total 5 of the last 7 games, and they've averaged 9.6 goals in those games. I'm not sure if you can mark it up to great offenses or bad goalies, or it's a combination of both. I mean, but I mean, when these two teams are, these teams just like to score and give up goals. It reminds me almost kind of like back in the 1980s, Edmonton Oilers days, where they just skate up and down the ice and score, and they don't care how many goals they give up because they think they can score more. So yeah, I really like the over in this one. It's a 5.5. And you just look at the numbers that these teams have been putting up. I don't see how. I mean, it'd be crazy to bet under 5.5 in this one.
Yeah, and the trends tend to agree with you. The Predators 4-2 to the over away, and then you've got Columbus, who's 5-3 to the over at home. And I think, like you said, the defense is both pretty bad for both of these teams. Nashville ranking 25th in goals per game, and Columbus is 26th. So I don't know if it's the head-to-head meeting of two juggernauts per se, but I think the defenses here are going to be it's going to be a good spot for both of these offenses. Looking at a side, this is a pretty close one when it comes to hockey. Minus 120 for Columbus at home here. Any leanings on a side?
Yeah, I'd lean on to the Predator. I'd lean to the Predators in this one. I mean, they've beaten the Blue Jackets 44 times in the last 60 meetings. I mean, I know that's over a long time, but again, if you beat somebody 44, if you're like 44-16, that's a pretty good trend to me. They've won 4 out of the last 6 in Columbus. Columbus has lost 5 in the last 8 games outright to Nashville. Columbus is just 2-5 against a team with a losing record, while Nashville is 4-1 against a team with a losing record. So you got to lean Nashville there. And one of those stats that really means nothing, but I'm going to throw it out there. Nashville's 8-0 on Thursdays.
I always wonder about those trends and what they mean, or what you can glean from them. If there's something on Thursdays, whether it's about to be the weekend or something. Anything else you think better should know before we wrap it up?
Again, it's crazy right now. It's not something I would say. Oh, it's just as you say, it's a crazy week, and snow in the Midwest, snow in Texas, snow everywhere. Again, I would look kind of, as what you're saying, kind of look at weather pattern, or is the team getting in late? Is their travel plans all messed up because of the snow? Are they going to get in late to the game? This kind of things like that you might want to look at. And every time people say that, I always say, well, they are professionals, they should be ready for it. But I know how it is for me if I have to drive in the morning. Well, I know, but if I have to get up and drive to work in the morning, sometimes I stay in bed later because I wait for the snowball.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Professional athletes are still just like that, in the fact that they're still human beings. Right. I can tell you that things do affect them. Being on the road for long periods of time can affect them. If you saw any of those cute videos of the players reuniting with their family after being in the bubble, so those things do matter. And I will say, with the weather across the Southeast, that's definitely something to monitor as we are taping this the night before. So just keep your eye on all of those things. I know it's a lot, and that's going to do it for our hockey talk here on Picks and Parlays. Great stuff from Dan Kaiser as always. Dan, thanks for joining us.